Hello everyone, this is Al Red Sox Fan coming to you from Al Red Sox Fan YouTube channel, and we're going to continue with our second half of football using Fran Tarkenton Football offensive play call between the 2017 New England Patriots and the 2017 Philadelphia Eagles. And this is a season, or these two teams I created using ProFootballReference.com and the Fran Tarkenton football game. So we created these two teams. We're going to continue the second half. It's 10-10 at the half. It was a fairly exciting first half. I think we played it on Monday. I was all excited after I created it, and I think I started playing. I think it was like 11 o'clock at night, so or 11:30. So we're going to continue on with the game, and it's 10-10 at the half. We'll quickly go over the scoring summary, and then we'll start rolling some dice, you know? Keeping stats old school with a notebook. I don't know if you can see the notebook. I can't see the notebook. Can you see the notebook? As I have all kinds of things up. You can't see the notebook. Let's see if we can get... There's the notebook. Can you see it? It's over here. There it is. So, the Patriots got on the board first with a 5-yard pass from Tom Brady to Danny Amendola. Kick by Gostowski was good. And then, at the end of the first quarter, Foyles hits Torrey Smith on a short pass that he took 46 yards in a TD. Smith's extra point was good, and we were tied 7-7. Late in the first half, Gostowski made a 50-yard field goal, and it was 10-7. It looked like the Pats were going to take the lead going into the half. But with no time left on the clock and 3 big pass plays by Foyles, the last being another one to Torrey Smith, and that was for 29 yards, set up a 36-yard field goal attempt for Elliott that he gonged off the upright and in. So it's 10-10 as we begin the half, and Elliott will kick off to the Patriots, and back deep is Lewis. Lewis fumbled after Bonner had fumbled, and there's back-to-back turnovers for the Eagles and Patriots in the second quarter when the Patriots in point-blank scoring range. In the chat, we have the original Grognard and also Stratomatic Delaware. Check out those two great channels. The original Grognard, Military Strategy, and Stratomatic Delaware, Retro Sports, Card and Dice. All right, so here's the kickoff by Elliott, and we'll roll. If you're unfamiliar with this game, what we do, we have an offensive play chart, and you should be able to, I don't know how well you can see the chart I created for both the Eagles and the Patriots. I thought it was quite clever as I put the emblems on there. So what it is, we have an offensive play chart of 23 plays, and it's old school from 1968, so I adapted it a little, as they still call running backs, halfbacks, and fullbacks, where, anyway. So what we do is we roll 4 dice. I can't see where and if a black die lands on a D, it's the right defensive play call. There's 2 Ds on the black die. If it lands on X, it's a base D. If it's blank, we go off the green die and the number. There's 8 defensive play cards, 1 through 8 will be one of the defensive play calls. If it is a 0 or 9, it is a base defense, which is fair against all plays, and then we roll the 2 red dice. All right, so here's the kickoff, and there's no kick or punt ratings. It's just a chart, and I will be modding that. So Elliott will kick off from his 35. Lewis is back for the Patriots. 10-10 ball game. We start the third quarter. And that is a 1-2, not a stellar kickoff for Elliott. 45 yards from the 35. And where's the football? 10, 20, 30, 40. At the 20, that's a really short punt. And here comes Lewis on the return, and that's a 25 on the return, and it's 26 yards for Lewis on the return. out to the 46-yard line. So excellent field position for TB12, Tom Brady, and the New England Patriots to start this third quarter and second half 10-10. So the Patriots are going to go on first down. First down, the Patriots are going to go to... They're going to go short to Cooks, the left end, and that is for the Patriots, that is a 10 against a 9 defense. So the play call, the dice roll will go up 1, and that is going to be a 6-6 right off the bat. It's a 5-6, and the defensive play is black die is blank, and it's a 0, so that means it's a base defense, and it's a 5-6, and it's a 10 offensive play against a 9 defense. It's going to go up to 6-6, short pass on a B, and that is caught for 14 yards. So right away, the Patriots are in business in Eagle territory at the Eagle 40. So Tom Brady wastes no time in the second half. He hits Cooks for 14 yards, 1st and 10 for the Patriots on the Eagle 40. It's 14 yards to Cook. Cooks is eligible for 1 more reception now. We also allotted receptions and carries for each player on their average out of footballreference.com. So 1st and 10 on the 40 for the Patriots. Let's see if the Eagles can stop them. And we're going to go hand off to Burkhead, the fullback. We designated him a fullback because we had to. We have to have a fullback and halfback able to use the chart. So a handoff to Rex Burkhead. That is an 8 offensive play call against a 9 defense. The dice roll will go down 1. And it's a good run for Burkhardt as it's an X. And an X is a base defense. It's a 46. It will go down to a 45B. 45B. 7 yards for Burkhead. So it's going to be 2nd and 3. So the Patriots taking it to the Eagles early in the second half. So that's a 7-yard gain for Burkhead. And that's his first carry of the game. He's good for 5 more. 2nd and 3. Second and 3 for the Patriots. They're going to give it to Rex Burkhead again. Inside run. 8 offensive play against the 9 defense. And that is not so good this time. They smother Burkhead under. It's a D, so it's the right play call. Eagles were smelling that one out. It's a 1-6, drops down to a 1-5 minus a yard for Burkhead. And it will be 3rd and 4 from the 34. 3rd and 4 from the 34 as Burkhead loses a yard. He's got 4 carries left in him, so 3rd and 4. On 3rd and 4, we're going to look short to Danny Amendola. That is a 10 offensive play against a 9 defense, so that's a short pass to the flanker Danny Amendola, who is now in Miami. And he only has 2 more receptions left, so let's make this one count. Short pass to Danny Amendola. Black die is blank. It's a 3. The Eagles are blitzing. It's a 4-5. That's going to move to a 4-6. Patriots catch him in a blitz on the 4-6. And that is 14 yards and a first down. Down to the 20 of the Eagles. So Danny Amendola and Tom Brady hook up, and it's just under 12 minutes to play in the third quarter, as that was a 14-yard pickup for Danny Amendola. Amendola now has 3 catches, 21 for 21 yards, a 6-yard touchdown, and now a 14-yard first down conversion. He has 1 reception left in him. So 1st and 10. Patriots are hot as a pistol here in the third quarter. 1st and 10 for the Patriots on the Eagle 20. And we're going to go with a pitch out to Lewis. And he did fumble, but we're going to go pitch out to Lewis, and that is a 5. Or maybe we go as a straight handoff to Lewis. We're going to go handoff to Lewis, the halfback, and it's a 9 offensive play against the 9 defense, so the dice roll will stay the same. And that is going to be a big one. That is a 5-6 for Lewis. Black die is blank. And it's a 2, so it's going to be a base defense because the B is a base defense. And so that is a 5-6. It stays a 5-6B. 5-6B. That's a 10-yard gain. First and goal from the 10. Patriots come out smoking. Trying to gain the lead. It's a 10-10 ball game here. 11 minutes of play in the third quarter. As Lewis makes up for now with that costly fumble on the 14-yard line of the Eagles in the second quarter. So that's a 10-yard gain for Lewis, and he's good for 7 more carries. So it is first and goal from the 10. And they're going to go short to Gronkowski. This is to the tight end, a slant to Gronkowski. It's a 10 offensive play against a 9 defense. Dice roll will go up 1. That is a 3-4. Goes to 4-4. Eagles were blitzing. Black die is blank. The green die is a 3. The C card is a blitz. So that is a 3-4. And that's going to go to 3-5. 9 yards. So Gronkowski stopped at the 1. Second and goal from the 1. A 9-yard hookup to Gronk. And he's good for 2 more receptions. He's had receptions of 21, 21, and now 9. Brady completing his first 3 passes of the second half for 14 to Cooks, 14 to Amendola, and now 9 to Gronk. Second and goal from the 1. They will hand it off to Dion Lewis. Up the middle, hey diddle diddle to Lewis. 9 offensive play call against a 9 defense. And it's a 6. So that's going to be a blown coverage. A bad defensive call. The black die is blank. The green die is 6. And that is, they're looking at the receivers on slants, it looks like. And that's a 23E, 23E touchdown as Lewis plunges in for the 1-yard touchdown run. As we forgot to mark off the time for Gronkowski, that's 3, and Lewis, that's 3. We're under 10 minutes to go in the first half. The Patriots retake the lead 16-10 on a 1-yard plunge by Dion Lewis, so he makes up for that fumble. A 1-yard plunge for Lewis. So the Patriots on their opening drive in the third quarter. 1-yard TD run Lewis. We await the kick, and that was at the 10.5 minute mark. Or 9-minute and 30-second mark. And here comes Gostowski, and the only way you can miss an extra point is if you roll a 1-1, which is a block, or a 1-2, which is a shank, and it is a 2-4. The extra point is good for Gostowski. And it's 17-10. Kick good. So the Patriots come out with a nice mix of pass and run. Now we'll mark 2 for the kickoff and the return, so there'll be 9 minutes left in the game, in the third quarter. And Gostowski will kick off from his 35. And back deep for the Eagles is Barner. So here's Steven Gostowski, and he will kick off from the 35. And that's a 2-3. We go to the kickoff chart, 2-3, 55 yards. To the 10, and here's Barner on the return, and that is a 3-5 on the kick return. 3-5, that's 29 yards on the return. Brings it out to the 39-yard line. So the Eagles will start off in good field position for Nick Foles and the Philadelphia Eagles. 17-10. And the Eagles get their first opportunity in the second half. In the chat we have Retro Sports Network with Ron Junkett. Check that out. Beautiful channel. Ken Castro, sports writer extraordinaire. And we have the original Grognard and also Stratomatic Delaware. Thank you for joining me all, gentlemen. And I hope you're enjoying this. It's a fun game. And once I'm going to actually give this away. I'm actually just putting all this stuff on spreadsheets. And I'm going to actually ask Chris how he actually sent it to people. I mean, I can email people. It's not that big, so. But it's a fun game. All right, so here come the Eagles and Nick Foles. I think it's Nick Foles. I know it's Foles. I think his first name's Nick. And on first down, they're going to give it to LeGarrette Blount. And this is a handoff to the fullback, and that is a 9 offensive play against the Patriots defense, which is an 8. So first down and 10 from the 39 of the Eagles, and here's the run, and that's going to go up one, and Blount is going to rip off a big one. It goes 5-6 to 6-6. Black die is blink, so we go off the green die, and the Patriots were blitzing. Ouch, this is going to hurt. And that's a long gainer. Oh, boy. So LeGarrette Blount, the former Patriot, is going to stick it to his team right now. Higher the dice roll, the more the yards. We go to the long gainer chart, and that is a 3-4 on the long gainer chart. 45 yards for Blount, finally dragged down by the safety. Where's the safety? Oh, there's the safety. By Patrick Chung. So LeGarrette Blount, 45 yards as he pops right through that huge hole. Great blocking up front by the Eagles. Brooks made a hell of a block. So that's 4 ticks off the clock for the long gainer. That's 45 yards, and we'll just move it up 1. We'll make it 44. I mean, it still is 45, but for me, counting-wise. Down to the Patriots 16. So the Eagles are in business. They strike and strike quickly with Blount. 45 yards. And he's down to 5 carries as he was allotted 10. He's had carries of 4, 2, -1, 2, 13, and now 45 yards to start off the second half. First and 10 on the Patriot 16. And they're going to give it to Blount again. He's not winded. He wants the ball again. Same thing, handoff Blount. 9 offensive run play against an 8 defense. And this time the Patriots have it D'd up. Black die's a D, so they're keying Blount. And it's a 1-6, goes to a 2-2, no yards. So Blount smothered under by the front 7 of the Patriots. As they push him backwards, the whistle blows. 7 minutes left in the third quarter, so no yards for Blount. And he'll come out of the game, 3 wide out set for the Eagles, and Ajayi will come in. So Ajayi comes in. It is 2nd and 10 from the 16 of the Patriots. And Foles is going to go pitch out to Ajayi, and that's a 9 offensive play against an 8 defense, so it's going to go up 1. And that is a black dice's blink. It's a 4, and they're playing pass. The Patriots are playing pass on 2nd and 10. It's a 2-5, and it goes up, and it's a penalty. It goes to 2-6, so Patriots might have caught a break here. Let's see what the penalty is going to be on. We got to tick off 2 more. Because we actually forgot the run. And then 2 more for the other run. So 6 minute. 3 for the run and 2 for the penalty, excuse me. So now let's roll for the penalty. The higher the roll, it's on the defense. The lower the roll. So 26 and under is the offense. 33 and above is the defense. And it is a 55. It's going to be on the Patriots, 15 yards. So from the 16, I believe that's half the distance from the goal line, right? Yeah. So personal foul, I guess. Half the distance from the goal. Chris from Stratomatic, Delaware. If you're on the 16 and it's a 15-yard penalty, it's half the distance to the goal line, correct? I believe it's half the distance to the goal line. So you're on the 16. It's going to be first and goal from the 8. I believe that's the way that works. And I just messed the up from the 8. So first and goal from the 8 on the 15-yard penalty. As Ron from Retro Sports says, yes, thank you. I messed that up before in another game. So, sip of coffee. Remember to check out Retro Sports Network. I think he has a game going on Friday night. As Chris from Stratomatic, Delaware says, correct to the 8. Thank you, gentlemen. Remember, Chris from Stratomatic, Delaware. Excellent. Stratomatic, Delaware, excellent card and dice sports retro play channel. Retro Sports Network with Ron Juckett. The original Grog and more sports. The original Grognard for your military needs. And we have Ken Castro, sports writer extraordinaire, in the chat. So hope all is well. So first and goal from the 8 as the Eagles want to strike back and strike quickly. And they're going to stick to the ground and pound. It's worked well. They were an excellent run team in 2017. Look up their stats. It was incredible as a team. Here's the handoff to LeGarrette Blount. They're going to try to I messed up the phrase. They're going to try to traumatize the Patriots with the run game. Here's the handoff to Blount, and that is a black dice blink. It's a 1. They're playing the inside run, the Pats are. They're ready for Blount this time. And it's a 1-6. That goes to a 2-2. No gain. So it's second and goal from the 8. Blunt force. That's what I was looking for. And we have just over 5 minutes, second and 8. As the Eagles looking for the tying score here. Second and 8. Second and goal from the 8. No yards for LeGarrette Blount. So second and 8. They're going to look for the tight end, Ernst, on a short pass to Ernst. And a short pass to Ernst off our play chart is a 15. So we go to the handy-dandy chart I made here that I actually printed up. But I printed it way too small. And it's still difficult for me to read. So bear with me a moment. And that is a 9 play call. So that's going to go up 1. Short pass to the tight end. Second and goal from the 8. Can Foyles hook up with Ernst? And that is that's a leaner. I got to re-roll that. That was a leaner. So it's a black die blank 3. It's a blitz. Wow. And that is a 2-3. And that's going to go to a 2-4. On the blitz, they don't get the Foyles. And that's caught for 4 yards. So it will be third and goal from the 4. So Ertz cannot break the tackle of the Patriot linebacker, Harrison. So that's a 4-yard. It's going to be third and goal from the 4 under 5 minutes of play in the third quarter. So that's a 4-yard reception for Ernst. And he's down to 1 reception, so third and goal. So he'll be done until if we go get everyone else in the game. And then you can go back around. That's my own little rule. Unless you're behind, and then you can throw to whoever the heck you want. Chris from Stramac Delaware says, Al says, don't Bogart the Blount. Retro Sports Network with Ron Juckett. Al, with self-inflicted Blount force trauma. That's what I was looking for. It was in my mind, like Blount force trauma. Thank you. Oh, boy. Third and goal from the 4. They stretch everyone out. Blount's in the backfield. Third and goal from the 4. They're going to give it to Blount on third and goal from the 4. Inside run for LeGarrette Blount, the former Patriot. And they're keying him. And it's a 3-5. It'll go to a 3-6 inside run. 3-6. 3 yards. He is stopped at the 1. Oh, boy, decision time here, folks. 4th and goal from the 1 under 4 minutes of play in the third quarter. What say you, the chat? Should we go for it on 4th and 1? It is 17-10, Patriots. I know what I'd do. I will let the chat make the call here for the Eagles. My vote is, well, I'll tell you after. So we'll wait for the chat. 4th and goal from the 1 as Blount is stopped after a 3-yard gain. Brought down by Malcolm Brown, the defensive tackle. As Ron and Chris say, go for it. I agree. That's what I'm going to do it. And I'll even let you give me the play call. Okay, so do you want me to hand it off to Blount again? As original Grognard says, go for it. And Stratomac W says, that is a 12-year-old speaking to me. I agree, though. You got to go with your 12-year-old. So a handoff is a 9 against an 8 defense. Any of the passes are 9 against 8 defenses. Actually, yeah, those are 9s against 8 defenses. So do you want me to run the ball, or do you want me to pass the ball? As rollout pass. Well, we don't have that. So you want to pass. It'll be a short pass then. Let's see. We'll wait for Ron and original Grognard. So Strat Delaware wants a pass, and we don't really have a rollout pass. I can make it into a rollout pass when I make the play call. So Chris from Stratomac, Delaware, as he says, the 48-year-old me says better kick. All right, so Chris calling for a pass. I'm waiting for Ron Juckett and the original Grognard. We'll give him a little bit of time. I was going to go with hey diddle diddle up the middle. Over the top with a jai-high. As Ron says throw it. We're going to go short to the tight end. Ertz. Short to the tight end. It's a rollout. Here's a snap. Foils going away from the pressure. Looking for the tight end. Black dice is blank. It's a 4. They're doubling. No, they have... Oh, boy, that's not good coverage. They have pass coverage, but not the proper pass coverage. It's a 2-3. I'll go to a 2-4. 2-4-E. Touchdown! A 1-yard touchdown pass on the rollout as Foils felt a little pressure, rolled away from it, and wide open in the end zone is Ernst. So a touchdown pass to Ernst, as there is much joy for Ron Juckett and Chris from Stratomatic, Delaware, and Ron Juckett from Retro Sports Network, 2 co-coordinators on offense for the Eagles in the chat. As Grog said, run it. Let's just check for ha-has. I think that would have been a touchdown either way, because that would have been a 2-3. It would have went up 1 to 2-4-E. And that would have been a touchdown also. So either way, the original Grognard or Chris from Stratomac, Delaware, Ron Juckett from Retro Sports Network, where everyone's correct. Everyone gets a trophy. So a 1-yard touchdown pass for Foils. And that's going to be 1-yard TD in the third. And that's it for Ernst. He has his 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He was allotted. Oh, he still has one more. I missed the 4, so he still has 1 left. He has 1 left because he had 6 receptions. So that's a 1-yard TD in the third, and that ties. Well, we await the extra point. So here comes Elliott for the extra point. Again, you can only miss an extra point with a 11 or 12 to snap the place, and it is good. 25 boots it right through the middle. So we're tied at 17. So both teams on touchdown drives, and this one triggered and started with the 45-yard run by LeGarrette Blount, and I forgot to mark his run. He had a 4-yard run. No, he had a 3-yard run. And Ajayi had a 4-yard run. So 2 minutes to go in the third quarter, and we're all knotted at 17. Very exciting game so far. I've sped up the clock. And that's something I learned from actually watching Stratomatic Delaware, though he went to the Utah Mike system of using an actual clock, but I think I'll stick with this for a while, and then I'll fool around with the Utah Mike system, which is a good system. So 17-17, and back to receive for the Patriots is Lewis. And Elliott will kick off from his 35, as I got to mark the score down now. Third quarter, 1-yard TD pass. And that's Ernst from Foils. Kick good. 2-minute mark. So 17-17, 2 minutes to play in the third quarter. Here's the kickoff from Elliott to Dion Lewis. They kick off from the 35. That is a 3-5 on the kickoff, 60 yards. To the 5, and here's Lewis on the return, and that is a 2-4, and that's 25 yards, so I'll be out to the 30-yard line. And under 2 minutes to play in the third quarter, 2 ticks go off for the kick and return. 17-17 ball game, and here comes Tom Brady and the New England Patriots. Brady led a drive that culminated with a 1-yard touchdown run by Lewis, was met in kind with a 1-yard pass from Foils to Ernst as the Eagles tied it up, as it all started with that huge 45-yard run by LeGarrette Blount. So here comes TB12, as the pen wants to jump the shark again. So Tom Brady, on the very first play, is going to go medium pass to Gronkowski, and this is a 10 against a 9 defense, and that's an 18 on 18 play call, so it'll go up 1. Brady looking for his binky Gronkowski, and this is going to be a D. They're keying Gronk, but it's a 4-5. It goes to a 4-6, and that is a G. 4-6G. Medium pass, 22 yards. And no, H. 4-6, 17 yards. So even with the defenders draped all over Gronkowski, Brady zips it in there high. Gronk comes down with it and drags a few defenders some extra yards. And it's a 17-yard gain and a first down. On the Patriot 47. So Gronk has been quite a beast in this game. As we approach the end of the third quarter, there'll be one more play, 17-17 ball game, and Brady's completed his first 4 passes the second half. It's a 17-yarder, and Gronk catches another one. He has catches of 21, 21, 9, and 17, and he has one more catch in him. So on 1st and 10 from the 47, last play of the third quarter. White comes in the backfield, James White, and they're going to go flare pass to White on 1st and 10. That's off our 12 play call. It's a 9 against a 9, so it will stay even on the dice roll, and they're keying White out of the backfield. The D gives you the right play call. It's a 3-6, and it's going to be a 5-yard reception for White as he dukes and dives past the first defender. Finally pushed out of bounds, and that's the way the third quarter will end. It will be 2nd and 5 as we start the final 15 minutes of football. So Tom Brady has now completed in the second half 5 passes in a row. And that is White's second reception. He has one left in him. So it'll be 2nd and 5 for the final 15 minutes of football here for Super Bowl 52. It's 17-17. As we take you to this station identification break, this is Al Red Sox Fan on Al Red Sox Fan YouTube channel. Remember to check out Retro Sports Network with Ron Jeckett for wonderful retro sports play. Also, Stratomatic Delaware with Chris for more wonderful retro sports play. Card and dice there, PC for Ron. And if you want military strategy, check out the original Grognard. And here we go to the final 15 minutes of football. As Strat Delaware cheering for the Eagles. Ron from Retro Sports Network. Crash, Eagles, crash on your way to victory. Ken Castro, any of you cats play Status Pro Hockey at all? I've never played that. So here we go. Fourth quarter, 2nd and 5 from the Eagle. 48 for the Patriots. 2nd and 5. And they're going to go pitch out to Dion Lewis. And that is a 9 offensive play against a 9 defense. So that's a 5 on the offensive play chart. But it's a 9 against a 9. The dice roll stays even. And it's not a good one. Lewis will not be able to turn the corner. Eagles playing the run. It's a 1-3. It will stay a 1-3A minus a yard. So instead, it'll be 3rd and 6. They pick up nothing. And as Judge Smales said in Caddyshack, Spalding, you'll get nothing and you'll like it. So the Eagles like that. So it is 3rd and 6. 3rd and 6 from the Eagle 49, looking to stop TB12 and the Patriots. 3rd and 6. They're going to go short to Danny Amendola. This is his last reception opportunity. Short pass to the flanker, Danny Amendola. This is a 10 play call offensively. And against a 9 defense, it will go up 1. Make sure I got that right. 14. And yes, it is. All right, here's the pitch. And hopefully the catch to Danny Amendola. And they have Amendola keyed. It's a 5-5. Goes to 5-6. And that's caught for 13 yards. Amendola pops up after the big hit and points first down. So that is 15 yards. It's a 5-5, 5-6, 13 yards, excuse me. All right, so that's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 1st and 10 on the Eagle 36. So a big 3rd down conversion for TB12 and Danny Amendola. The Patriots keep the chains moving. 17-17 last quarter of play. And Amendola has been quite clutch. Unfortunately, he's done with his receptions, and we cannot come back around to him until everyone else has their receptions. Or if you're behind, then you can just go to anyone you want in the last quarter. And Brady, another completion. He has not thrown an incomplete pass in the second half. So 1st and 10 on the Eagle 36, 17-17 ball game. Brady will stick to the air. And he's going to go medium pass to Gronkowski, the tight end. And once again, this is a 10 play call against a 9 defense off our 18 offensive play chart. And here's the dice roll. And that's going to be a 6-6 to Gronk. It's a 5-6, goes up 1 to 6-6. They're keying Gronk, but to no avail. 6-6 off the H. 30-yard oh, that's to the flanker. Excuse me, got a little too excited. Off the H, 6-6. Looking, let's make sure we look at the right one. 21 yards. Another first down. 10. 20 to the 15. So 1st and 10 from the 15, and Gronk pops up and gives the first down signal. And that's it for Gronk. He has no more receptions left in him. 21 yards. Brady, perfect in the second half. Pen jumped the shark as we forgot to mark off the Amendola catch. Now the Gronkowski catch. 12 minutes of play in the game. 1st and 10 on the 15. 17-17 in Super Bowl 52 using Fran Tarkenton Football. From 1968, we created these two teams. So 1st and 10 from the 15. Gronk and Amendola have no more catches in them. So we have Hogan left. We have Dorsett. Hogan has 3 catches in him, but he is a 9. Yeah, he's a 9, so that stays even. It won't go up. And Dorsett's a 9, and so they'll stay even on the dice rolls. And Cooks has 1 left in him, and Cooks is a 10. So that goes up 1. So those are our receptions. We also have White has a reception left in him. Burkhead still has 3. We haven't gone to Burkhead. 11. We're going to go screen to Burkhead. That's a 9, so it'll stay even. So Brady will keep the ball in the air. A little dump pass to Burkhead, and that's a 2-5. Stays a 2-5. The Eagles, it's a black die D. They're keying that, so disregard the green die. 2-5, and that is incomplete. And Brady throws his first incomplete pass as he tried to go short to Burkhead. So it's 2nd and 10 from the 15. 2 ticks go off the clock for an incompletion. Just over 11 minutes to play. So 2nd and 10 from the 15. And they're going to look for Cooks. Short pass to the left end. This is a 10 against a 9 defense. 13 off our play call chart. It'll go up 1. And they got that covered. They're watching Cooks, so good defense by the Eagles. Black die's a D. It's a 2-4. Goes to a 2-5. Incomplete. So after Brady completed everything, he's now thrown 2 incompletions. And there's 11 minutes to play in the game, and it's 3rd and 10 from the 15. For TB12 in the Pats, and you can't use Gronk or Amendola. Their receptions have been allotted to them, and they've caught them all. So 3rd and 10 from the 15. This would be a 32-yard field goal attempt for Gostowski. And we're going to go to Cooks again. On the median pass to Cooks. And that's off our 16 on the chart. It's a 10. Let me make sure that's a 10, though. I think one of these is not a 10. Nope, that's a 10. That is a 10. All right. So Brady looking to hook up with Cooks. And it's a base defense for the Eagles. Black die is blank. Black die is blank. And then the green die is a 0, which makes it a base defense, as 0 and 9 are a base defense, also a 2, because that's the B card. And it's a 3-3 goes to 3-4. 3-4 on a B. Oh, what a catch! A diving catch, 10 yards. If it stayed the 3-3 without the adjustment, it would have been incomplete. For haha's sake, what would it have been up here? It would have only been 4. I'm glad we went with a median pass, as that would have only been 5 yards. Instead, it is 1st and goal from the 5. So a 10-yard reception by Cooks on the diving catch as Brady hooks up with him. As Cooks gets up and does the first down. So just over 10 minutes of play, Brady gets back on the completion train. 10-yard hookup with Cooks, and he is done. So Cooks is done. And now we have Hogan and Dorsett for the wideouts. Bennett did not play in the game, so he's not getting any allotted receptions. And we have Lewis has 2. And White has 2 more left. And Burkhead has 3 because he hasn't caught one yet. So our backs still have it, but our backs are just 9s. And 1st and goal from the 5. Burkhead. flare pass. Lewis. We're going to hand off, actually, Deion Lewis back in the game. That's a 9 offensive play. Hand off to Lewis against a 9 defense. Dice roll will stay. Make sure that's right. Yep, 9. Handoff is a 2. It's a 9. So dice roll will stay the same. They're going to give it to Lewis. Remember, he fumbled down in the red zone last time. And he's not going to fumble this time. It's a 3-6. Stays a 3-6. They were playing the wideouts on 1st and goal from the 5, as that's a 4, corresponds with the D card, and that's really medium to long pass coverage. And that's a 3-6, stays a 3-6. 6 yards, 5-yard touchdown. So Lewis plunges in for his second touchdown run of 5 yards. As the Patriots retake the lead, they come right back and retake the lead. I forgot to mark off 3 for the reception by Cooks. And now 3, so 9 minutes to play. And it is now 23-17. Here's the extra point by Gostowski, and it's a 3-5. He makes it, so it's now 24-17. What a ball game, folks. 9 minutes to play. And the Eagles will have an opportunity to try to tie it up once again. So that's 14. No, that's 7. 7. Because they got 7 in the third. So 9 minutes to play, and now Gostowski will kick to Barner, but let's mark down the... So that was in the third, that touchdown. That was in the fourth. So 2 touchdown runs for Lewis. Again, it would be White who had more carries, but in actuality, if you look at the stats, Lewis had better, not in the Super Bowl, I'm talking about season-wise, yards per carry average, so he had the better run opportunities the way I set the game up. So 4th quarter, and the Patriots strike and to retake the lead on a 5-yard TD run. Lewis kick good. And that was at the 9-minute mark. And it's now 24-17. Tenacious Strat is in the chat, and that he is Earl from Strat-O-Matic. Earl and Earl from Tabletop Plus. As Tenacious Strat says, I missed something up here. Dicing it up. Yes, I'm actually creating a football game, but this is an old. This is what got me hooked on Sim Sports. Fran Tarkenton Football, 1968. Granted, I wasn't alive in 68, but my brother and I started playing this game in the late 70s, probably 79, and we played the living daylights out of this game, also my friends. And then they had Strat-O-Matic Football, and there was another football game they had too. But I actually would make seasons. I made the 83 season and played out the whole Patriots season along with the Patriots using, I bought a bunch of football magazines, and I did all the teams that they played, as well as the Patriots. And I missed the playoffs by 1 game. And in 83, I can't remember how they actually were, but I missed the playoffs by 1 game. As I went with what the actual records were, I played 1 game a week. And I went with what the actual records were, unless I was, it was the Patriots playing whoever they were playing. So, all right, so now the Eagles, I think I went the wrong way for the Patriots, but oh well. So we'll just went that way. Patriots went this way. So the Eagles, we'll go with that. No, I did it right, yeah. So Gostowski will kick off from his 35. Hope all is well with you, Earl. I enjoy your golf and other things. As Earl does not like the Patriots. So good to see everyone in the chat. Remember, check out Tabletop Baseball Plus, wonderful channel, Strat-O-Matic Delaware, Retro Sports Network, and the original Grognard, and that's a military channel. Lots of fun there. All right, here comes the kickoff. Gostowski to Bonner. And kickoff from the 35. That's a leaner. Redo it. And that's much better. It was a leaner. So it's a 5-6, and that would be a touchback. So the Eagles will take it 1st and 10 on their 20. 2 ticks off for the kickoff. Just over 8 minutes of playing the ball game, 24-17. Our retro replay using Fran Tarkenton Football with 2 teams I created using Pro Football Reference, as I only have the 1968 season. We also did the Steelers-Vikings Super Bowl from 74, which was very eerily similar to the game. That was, I mean, a lot of it's the luck of the dice, but it was, I mean, again, I rated it the best I could, but my God, was that eerily similar. All right, so 1st and 10 for the Eagles on their 20. With just over 8 minutes to play, they trail by 7. Patriots 24, Eagles 17. Foils. Ernst has one more catch in him. Torrey Smith is done. He had a big game. 46-yard TD in the first half and a 29-yard reception to set up the tying field goal before the half. We can't come back around to him until we get the other. But you know what? The run game has worked well for the Eagles, even though they didn't run the ball a lot in the real Super Bowl. And we're going to give it to LeGarrette Blount, who has been traumatizing the Patriots. Here's a handoff to Blount. That's a 1-play call. It's a 9 offensive play call against an 8 defense. So it goes up 1 on the dice roll. And it's a 2-5, goes to a 2-6. That's a penalty. The Yellow Hankies litter the field. 2 ticks go off the clock for the penalty. Now we'll see who it's on. The lower the, if you're just joining us, 26 and under is on the offense, 36 and above is on the defense, and it is a 14, and that's 15 yards on the offense, unsportsmanlike conduct on a block, so that's going to back them up to the 5, so it's going to be 1st and 25 as the Eagles shoot themselves in the wing, we'll say. So 1st and 25 from the 5. First and 5 from the 25. And I think we're going to hand it off to LeGarrette Blount again. And it's a base defense as the black die is an X. It means a base defense disregard the green die. It's a 3-4. Goes to a 3-5B. And it's 5 yards. So it'll be 2nd and 20 from the 10. Got to pick up more yards than that. Get them away from our end zone. Just over 7 minutes of play, so it's 2nd and 20. And foils, so that's 5 yards for Blount. Foils is going to go to a screen as Corey Clement will come off the bench. A flare pass to Corey Clement, who we've allotted as a fullback because we have to give him, because of the chart, I have to name someone a fullback and a halfback. They really just call them running backs now. All right, so here's a screen, a flare pass, a flat pass, whatever you want to call it, to Corey Clement. It is a 9 offensive play against an 8 defense. Will go up 1, and that's a 5-5, and that will go to a 5-6. The black die is a D, so they have a right play call, but I don't think it's going to matter. So a 5-5 to a 5-6, and that's 20 yards and a 1st down. Great running by Corey Clement. Slicing and dicing and straight arming, bowling over the last Patriot defender, finally dragged down by Harmon, the safety, with help from McCourty, the other safety. So they pick up 20, and they move the chains. So 1st and 10 from the 30. The Eagles, after being 1st and 25, pick up the 1st down. Just over 6 minutes to play. Corey Clement, 20 yards. That was clutch, and that was his last reception. But he made it worth it, so we can't throw to him anymore. That's a clutch play for the Eagles. All the Patriots haters are going to love that one. So 1st and 10 on the 30. Eagles with the ball. 24-17 Patriots. Just over 6 minutes to play in our football game. The replay of Super Bowl 52. Foyles will hand the ball off to LeGarrette Blount, looking for that blunt force trauma. And he will not get the blunt force trauma, as that'll go 2-6, which is normally a penalty, but it goes up 1. 9 offensive play against the base defense because the black die is an X. So 2-6 goes to 3-3 against the B column. And that's a 4-yard gain for LeGarrette Blount. He continues just to bludgeon the Patriots. And it'll be 2nd and 6. Under 6 minutes to play. Eagles down by 7. Big run by Blount was his 45-yarder that set up the tying touchdown to start the first drive of the second half for the Eagles after the Patriots scored. The Eagles tied it right up. So 2nd and 6. And LeGarrette Blount is now down to 3 carries. 2 carries, excuse me, 2 carries. We haven't given the ball at all to Clement, but he's a 9-2, so we can give it. Clement comes in the game. Hand off to Clement. That's a 1 offensive play call. Again, it's a 9 against an 8 defense. The dice roll will go up 1. It's a 1-6. It's off a base defense. The black die is blank. It is a green die of 9, and a 0 or 9 is a base defense, as well as a 2, which corresponds with the B card. A 1-6 goes to a 2-2-B, and that's 2 yards for Clement. So it'll be 3rd and 4. 3rd and 4 from the Eagle 36. 5 minutes to play in the ball game. 3rd and 4. LeGarrette Blount comes back in. They're going to give him the ball on 3rd and 4. And LeGarrette Blount rips off a big run. It's a 55, goes to a 56 against an X, which is a base defense. LeGarrette Blount, and that's a 56B, 11 yards. That's 4, 9, 10, 11. Out to the Eagle 47. Blunt force trauma by LeGarrette Blount. 1st and 10 as the Eagles continue to bludgeon the Patriots on the ground. Just over 4 minutes to play. The Eagles trail by 7. Was that 11 yards I said? Yep, 11 yards. So 1st and 10 from the Eagle 47. Blount's down to 1 carry now. And Ajayi comes in the game, 3 wide out set. Ajayi designated a halfback. And we're going to go pitch out to Ajayi, and that's a 9 against an 8 defense, and that's off our 5 play chart. And that's not too good. And they're keying, so it's a black die. That's a lucky roll, boy. All the dice sometimes just are luck. Well, obviously it's luck. So it's a blank die, and a 7 corresponds with the G card. And that's keying the designated halfback on the play, and that's Ajayi. And it's a 1-3 goes to 1-4 on a pitch out, and that's -2. Wait a second. -1. Yeah, 1-4. 1-3 goes to 1-4 G, second column. -2, so he cannot turn the corner. And it's going to be 2nd and 12 from the 45 now, as 3 more ticks go off the clock. And now we got to just pretty much not go with the run game, I don't think, anymore. Unfortunately. -2 for Ajayi. So 2nd and 12. Foyle's going to look for a medium, short pass. A short pass on 2nd and 12. Short pass to Aguilar. Left end. So that is a 13 off our play chart. 13, Aguilar. That's a 9. So this will go up 1. 9 offensive play call against a 8 defense. Foyle's looking to hook up to Aguilar. And that's a D. So they got the right play call. 3-4 goes to 3-5. 3-5 against the first column in E or B are the good play calls. And that's 6 yards. So if they pick up half of it, it'll be 3rd and 6. So 3rd and 6, just over 2 minutes to play. 3rd and 6, definitely 2 down territory now. So that's 6 yards. And Aguilar's down to 1 reception left. And seeing that the Eagles are behind, they can throw in the 4th quarter. They can throw to whoever they want. So we can go to anybody now. Not that it matters. Some people just seem to be luckier than others. So it is 3rd and 6. And we're going to go short to Ernst, the tight end. Foyle's looking for his binky, Ernst. Ernst has a touchdown reception of 1 yard. Here's the toss to Ernst. And that's an X. A base defense. 2-3 goes to 2-4B. Incomplete. Good coverage there. As McCourty comes up in the zone and makes the play. So that's incomplete. And it's now 4th and 6. The Eagles have to go for it. Just almost 2 minutes left in the ball game. 4th and 6 from the Patriot 49. 4th and 6. As that's an incompletion for Foyles. 4th and 6. Oh, we need to make sure completion. A medium pass, any completion will get it for us. But there's less of a chance of making the catch. There's more of a chance of making the short catch. But a right play call, it will go up 1, so we need at least a 35 on 4th and 6. I will leave it to the chat. Should we go medium pass or short pass? We will leave it to the chat. Just over 2 minutes to go. 4th and 6 for the Eagles. Better chance of completing a short pass, but we need at least a 35, which will move to a 36 with a right defensive play call, and that would be a 1st down. Short or medium pass? To the chat for the Eagles. A medium pass, less chance of completing it, but if you do complete it, you know it's a 1st down. Oh, I remember that game, Ken. I seen that game. The Nigamco football with the spinner, LOL. So it is 4th and 6. Crunch time for the Eagles. Just over 2 minutes of play. They trail 24-17. And no response from the chat. Once again, we're asking, should we go medium pass, less chance of completing it? The dice roll will go up 1, but still a medium pass has a less chance of completing it. And then a short pass, you have a greater chance of completing it. But if it's a right defensive play call, we need a 35, which would move to a 36. All right, no one said anything. We're going to go short to the tight end, Ernst. We need a 35 at least. That will guarantee a 1st down. Foyle's back to pass, looking short on the slant to the tight end, Ernst. It's a 1-6. We'll go to a 2-2. And they're doubling the receivers. But I don't think the 2-2 will make it. No, it does not. Oh, boy. Incomplete turnover on downs. Had it been a 2-4, and we rolled a 2-4, it would have went to 2-5, would have been 6 yards. So we had the short play call, which was, I just rolled crappy, and that's incomplete. And the Eagles turn it over, and they'll have to use their timeouts now, as the Patriots get the ball on their own 49, 1st and 10, we hit the 2-minute warning, just under 2 minutes, so there's the warning. A turnover on downs, incomplete for Foyles. So can the Patriots grind out the ball? So the Eagles will call a timeout. And in this game, when you call a timeout, it just means nothing's ticked off the clock. I like your golf. You gotta do a skins game, Earl. You gotta do the skins game again. I love the skins game. That's awesome stuff. I love your golf. All right, here come the Pats trying to kill this last just over 2 minutes of Super Bowl 52 retro replay using Fran Tarkenton Football, and they are up 24-17. All the run plays will go down 1, except for Lewis is a 9, so that'll stay even. So we're just, how many carries does he have left? He still has 6 carries, so we're just going to go ground and pound with Dion Lewis because we don't want the dice roll to go down. Hand off inside to Dion Lewis. Eagles call timeout. No play, no ticks will come off the clock. And it's an 8, so they're keying Gronkowski for some reason, thinking a short pass. But it's a 1-5, a horrible roll. Stays at a 1-5 against an H. 1-5, no yards. So Lewis has stood up at the line of scrimmage, and it will be 2nd and 10. Eagles will use their second timeout. Lewis does have 2 touchdown runs of 1 and 5 yards. Once again, 2nd and 10, timeout Eagles, handoff Lewis. And Lewis! That's a 5-6. Lewis rips through the great blocking against an X, which is a base defense, 5-6, and that is 11 yards and a first down to the 40 of the Eagles. And that could be the final nail in the coffin as the Eagles only have 1 timeout left. And they will use it now. Lewis has 4 carries left in him, and my God, we're just going to keep feeding him as he's our only 9 offensive play call on a run. Hand off to Lewis again. 2 hands, 2 arms around the ball. Ball security. It's a 3-6. Stays a 3-6. Black die is blank. 4. Playing pass. So it's a bad play call. 3-6. E. Is that an ED? 3-6D, which is in the second column. And that's 6 yards. So it's 2nd and 4. Eagles have no more timeouts. Patriots have to run 1, 2, 7 ticks left. So really 3 play calls. Again, so Lewis is down to 3 carries. 6 yards. Can Lewis bring it home? He'll get the ball off. 2nd and 4. Hand off to Lewis. And they have him stuffed this time. 1-5 stays out of 1-5 off the first column, either an A or G, whatever you want to call it. 1 minus a yard. And 3 ticks go off the clock, and it'll be 3rd and 5. Minute to go. 1, 2, 3. So 3rd and 5. Hand off to Lewis. 4-4, bad play call for the Eagles. It's a black die against the 4, which is pass coverage. It corresponds to the D defense card on the green die. And a 4-4 on the handoff to Lewis, the halfback. E, or D, is the second column. 4-4, 7 yards. First down. And that's the ball game, folks. They'll run 1 more play. They have to run it. There's 1, 2... No, that's it. That is it. Those are the 3 ticks on the clock. And the Patriots, in our little retro replay, win the Super Bowl. Again, it doesn't matter. They really lost. But it was a fun game. 24-17. You have to understand, I speed up the clock to make it more streamable. I do runs. Anything run, complete, interception, fumbles, normally is 2 ticks. We play 3 ticks. Long gainers, 3 ticks. We went to 4 ticks. Kickoffs, incompletes from 1 to 2. So the Patriots win 24-17, and it was a thriller. Dion Lewis, co-MVP with Tom Brady, as Lewis had 2 touchdown runs, and Brady threw for 1 touchdown to Danny Amendola. You know what? I'm just going to give it straight out to Dion Lewis, the MVP. As Itinerary Hobbyist has jumped in the chat, says he was rooting for the Eagles. Well, the Eagles do not prevail, but you can take solace. In real life, they did. It was a very fun 24-17. Actually, you know what the score really was? It was 41-33. The Eagles won by 8, and the Patriots win by 7. Again, we speed up the clock a bit with the ticks, so it's right on par. I'm happy with my rating system. It's like it's right on par. Both offenses we went with the run more than they actually did in the game because it was working well. And LeGarrette Blount was a beast. I'm going to have to do the stats a little later. But let me just look real quick here. But that was that big 45-yard run that helped the Eagles tie the ball game. So we had carries of 4. What do you end up with? 4, 2, minus 1, 2, 13, 45, and he had 0, 0, 3, 5, 4, 11. He ended up with 88 yards. 88 yards on 11 carries. 8 yards per carry. 8 yards per carry. You can't. I mean, again, the 45-yard run is what, but still, I mean, you can't. So, anyway, so the Patriots prevailed. Hope everyone enjoyed it. I do like the card. Did you say you were making your own game out? Yes, I am itinerary hobbyist. I am. It's loosely based on this, but I've mixed it up. I'm making my own seasons for this too, and once I get this copied, I'm actually taking the chart, this chart here, and I'm putting it on a spreadsheet. It's easy. It's boring. So I have to still do the bottom portion, the passes, and then I can just email it to whoever who wants it. And I have to come up with this chart too, because there's charts on the field but it's 1968 standards. So the kicking game, I haven't modded yet for this. I will for my game. So, but it's a lot of fun. I like rolling the dice. I was looking at History Maker Football. Bit pricey because I wanted another. I did pick up a dice baseball game from Barstool. I'm going to once his site is up to purchase it, but he's still writing the instruction manual because I follow him on Twitter and he'll message me. And I told him to message me when the site's up because I just missed out on the what's that called when you fund a project. I tried to fund it the last day because I saw the tweet and it was too late. I like the way his game flows. I watch the videos. It's on YouTube. It's Barstool. It's All-Star Baseball, I think it's called. It flows real well. I like it. So I'm going to purchase the game. It comes with the 2 World Series teams for 2017 and 2016 and the top 10 1967 teams. I don't want the stinky teams. So you'll get the 5 best in the American League, which includes my beloved Red Sox, and the 5 best in the National League. And to me, that's a nice little start to see if I'll purchase any more. Kickstarter, yeah. It looks like a fun game, so I watched it. He has some videos up on YouTube, and I watched them, and I said, that's a fun game. Not too many charts. I mean, everything goes off the dice roll, and there's, like, minimal charts. Yeah, I don't mind charts, but it was. I'm going to try it out, and I think I'm going to purchase. I've watched Earl on Tabletop, the Pine Tar Baseball. I like that one too. But I'm going to do this one first from the one that he's doing on Kickstarter, which he hasn't had. I think once he finishes the instruction manual, he'll be able to sell it. But I looked at the history. I think it was History Maker Football. And they didn't have. I wanted the 1958 season. They have the 57 season. I'm creating with the game I'm developing, whether it goes anywhere or not. At least I'll have it for my own pleasure. I'm starting with 1958. As History Maker was a lot. Yeah, I think it's too pricey. Not if that's your game. I don't mean it that way, but I've invested so much in other games, whether they're PC, my PC games and stuff. I have to justify it in my mind. I do want another dice football game, but I don't want Strat. I don't like the way Strat. I remembered it as a kid. I don't like the way it plays. It was fun if you're playing against someone. Even then, I didn't like the way it played. You couldn't do certain things. Just like in their PC game. You can't run a draw with 4 wideouts. That's the stupidest thing. Because a draw works. And because they don't adapt their play calling, they know the way they call the game on the PC that you'll kill the computer every time. Because they're playing pass 95% of the time. So, I like Strat football. It's fun, but it's not, to my opinion, my humble opinion, it's not better than Action PC. It's not even better than 2nd and 10. It's fun. I have them all. I enjoy it. I'm not going to be purchasing another season for a while. It's just, and it could be me. Maybe I just don't. I have to think of it. My mentality when I play that game, I'm still thinking like Action PC, where I can do whatever the hell I want. You can do any kind of crazy thing in Action PC as long as it's legal. Hey, Dog Sidious, how you doing, buddy? So, as Itinerary Habit said, I spend too much on other games. Yeah, I mean, anyone who spends on games, whether it's sports games or video, any type of video game or card and dice, you have to pick and choose what you're going to play. And I don't want to, I want to try this, and I want to say it's all, I got to look it up now because I don't want to mess up on and it's Barstool on Twitter. I think it's All-Star Baseball. I got to, hold on a second. I hope please no ad plays on whatever I click on. Let me go here to Twitter. I want to say it's Barstool. Let me go to my messages. Barstool Games, Craig. Let me see what it's called. I think it's, as he gave me a glimpse of the 67 cards, which are wicked cool. I just love reading the names. Jim Lomborg, Lee Stanky, Gary Bell, Bucky Brandon, Jose Santiago, John White. So this is a pitching staff. Sparky Lyle. Lyle got hurt. But again, it's the joy of playing the game. It's, oh shoot, where'd it go? And let me just click on that. I'm gonna go to Barstool. Here we go. All-Star Lineup Baseball is the name of the game. And if you go to Barstool on Twitter, or if you just type that in, All-Star Lineup Baseball on YouTube, you should be able to find it. Actually, I should be able to put that in the chat. But it looks cool. I liked it. I'm going to retweet this out, because that's his demo of the game. And it looked a lot of fun. And he has a nice board, and it's very colorful. I like colors, you know me. That's why I like, what's that called? The racing game. Red, white, and blue racing. I love the colors of the cars and everything. And it's fun. But I was looking at the History Maker, and it's just, I liked the way the baseball game plays. I've watched baseball demos play it, and Earl has History Maker Golf. I like the way that plays. They may use the fictional, well, baseball demos would do both fictional and real golfers. So does Earl. Earl did the Skins game with real golfers last year, and I think he's done one with the fictional. I think he's done a fictional Skins game. But yeah, it looks like fun. So, but yeah, you have to just justify what you want to spend. And I looked at, and then they didn't have the season I wanted. I really wanted 58. I mean, I almost bought. I was looking. I was like, oh, I'll buy 76. I have 76 for Strat. I have 76 for 2nd and 10, which comes with all the NFL seasons. Action PC, I have a gazillion seasons because I bought a ton of them when they were on sale. I bought decades outright. So I was like, oh, I'm not going to buy 76 again. My God, how many times can I have it? And I have Football Mogul, which is, it's the thing about Football Mogul, it's fun to do the draft. It's okay with the gameplay call. You can actually make your own plays and stuff, but I think my favorite is Action PC. I like 2nd and 10. I wish the little guys, the 2nd and 10 actually plays very similar to Fran, except you don't, and it's a dice rolling. There's actually dice rolling, but it's in the background. You can actually put it up to see what the results are, but not the rolling of the dice. 2nd and 10 is a fun game. That's actually made by a gentleman from the UK, or it's a UK company. It's a fun game. And they have a great mod community where all the photos, all the fields, which I've taken and just what are they? They're not JPEGs, so you have to make them into, well, most of them aren't JPEGs. You have to make them from their something else, and you have to just copy them as JPEGs, and you can use all that stuff in Action PC, which is wicked cool. And Action PC makes mistakes too. Someone brought it up, the 80 Oilers. I knew when I was playing that, I go, they didn't play a 4-3, they played a 3-4. But they make everything a 4-3. You have to go in and switch it. I didn't realize that. And I knew they had the wrong head coach, because Bum Phillips still was the head coach in 80. And they put the guy who replaced him. So they do make mistakes. There are just a couple of updates that Ron Juckett, I didn't even know there were updates till Ron Juckett said something. Then I went on the site and I actually updated all my games as they had updates. I think I did it right. My games still work, so. But anyhow, this was fun. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you'd like to see more of this, it will be coming whether you like it or not. But I enjoy it. It's fun. I like rolling the dice. So thank you to Itinerary Hobbyists. Check him out. Another wonderful military strategy channel. Check out the original Grognard OG. Another fun military strategy channel. Dog Sidious, all things Star Wars. Thank you for stopping by. Tenacious Strat, which is Earl, from one of the Earl and Earls from Tabletop Plus. Check them out. Lots of wonderful card and dice stuff on there. Football, golf, baseball, college football, some soccer with APA Soccer. Ken Castro, thank you. Sports writer extraordinaire. Stratomatic Delaware, more card and dice, all kinds of sports. Baseball, football, hockey. That's Chris from Stratomatic Delaware, excuse me. As I have the coffee belches. And we have Retro Sports Network with Ron Juckett. PC Sports Retro Play. Beautiful, beautiful play calling for Comics with Bueller was in there. How did I miss my good friend Comics with Bueller? He was at Comic-Con where he lives out in the west, on the Pacific Northwest. You gotta check that out. I just watched another, and I can't remember names. As if anyone who's watched the channel knows, I don't remember anybody's name who's famous usually. I remember your guys' names most of the time. I consider you more famous. And Comics with Bueller was at Comic-Con, and it was the guy who did Thanos, I think. Yes, I think the character's name was Thanos, but that was really fun. It's about a 6-minute, and he does a wonderful job with the interviews. I'm sorry I missed saying hello to you, as when I play the dice game, I don't look at the chat as much, so thank you with that. Original Grognard, another wonderful military channel, as I stated earlier. And thank you very much, gentlemen, that you took some time out to spend it with me. Hope all is well. And let me go to the bottom of the chat. Soccer! Yeah, Ken plays Soccer Blast. That looks like a fun... I like the way that is with the... And Itinerary Hobbyist plays Soccer Blast too. And he did the Cosmos in one game. And Giorgio Canaglia scored in one of those games. I was very excited about that. I looked at Soccer Blast a lot. Because I wanted the Cosmos season so bad. I'm like, I want the Cosmos. AU Pack Mule in the house. Thank you for stopping by, my friend. As he says, you get so excited. I don't know if you're talking about me or Ken with the explanation points about soccer. And I got trolled. I have, on one of my videos, 93 thumbs down. That was incredible. That was awesome. I was checking my analytics. I wasn't going to mention it, but I decided I wanted to. So that was fun. So the person who did it, hats off to you. I appreciate your views. So, again, it's hilarious because if you go to that video, it doesn't show it, but if you go to analytics, it shows it. So I don't know if YouTube's going to correct it, nor do I care. So I just wanted to mention that. So it's always good to see that you get 93 more views, you know. So, and what that does is it basically whammies your channel, because I noticed my views all went, because you went really negative, your views go down as I wasn't getting... Yeah, you're absolutely right. I was going to mention it. I really don't care. That's why I wasn't going to mention it, but I just thought I'd throw it out there. Be careful of that. So again, whatever. It's kind of funny. Someone fought them off. I have a troll fairy, I guess, uh, who put 85 likes up. So I thank whoever was battling the other troll. Maybe it's the same person. I don't know. I thank them for the view. I didn't get. I got views. Actually, I didn't get views. That's what's confusing to me. But I got the likes and the dislikes. So I had 93 dislikes and 85 likes. I went, what the? It was kind of funny. So maybe they're battling each other. On one of the best things I did, too. My Muhammad Ali Jack Dempsey fight. The best thing I've ever done. So I thought it was funny. But it doesn't reflect, because I know how many views there are for that, because that is my lead into my channel. Most people talk about their channels. I probably should do that. But my channel, I don't even know what it's about. It depends what I'm doing. So that's my favorite thing I've done is the Ali Dempsey. It's if you like boxing and you haven't checked that out, it's absolutely fabulous. To me, that's the best thing I've done. The Cubs, the Bears, and a couple other people said it was just outstanding. It was a lot of fun, especially when you do it live. And I don't know the results, so it was a lot of fun. As AU Pac-Man says, no, it's all good. That's fine. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe someone. It looked like two people battling it out with likes and dislikes. Could have been the same person. I don't know. As AU Pac-Man said, it's an awesome call to that fight. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I gotta get back to my boxing tournament. I might start quick playing it to get to. See, I hate that though, because if there's a good upset or a good fight, because I can read it over and stuff. I'm like, oh man. I mean, I could redo it off of the summary, but that's not fun. So I just have to get back to it. Yeah, not shocking, dog, that you had an SJW. Yeah, they do that. It's silly. It really is. And they don't have to put their name on it. So, whatever. Again, that's the last I'll talk about it. So I like this game. I made I don't know how well you can see the chart I put up, but those are my ratings. Because this game, Fran Tarkenton. Oh, you can't see the chart. I messed that up. It doesn't matter. There's a picture of Fran Tarkenton over here, and I kind of when I hit the table, you can't. But anyway, what it is in the Fran Tarkenton Football, and then I'll let everyone go, as no one's going to watch this over as it went really long because I'm babbling. I actually did it pretty quick. It's a rating by play. It doesn't matter. So they rated a play. So if a power sweep in 68 netted, say, the Packers, who Lombardi no longer coached, but still could run the ball fairly decent, and I really think they went off 67 standards with the 68 rosters. That's what it looks like to me when I did my, what's that called, reverse engineering of it. But basically, we'll say if you ran the ball well, again, power sweep, whatever team, no matter who you put in at running back, if it's a 9-rated play or a 10-rated play, and there's not many 10-rated plays, but, here's a good one. Bob Hayes. A bomb for the Cowboys, a Bob Hayes, is a 10 out of 10. If you put anybody else in the left end position, it's a 10 out of 10 because they didn't, even with the rules, they don't modify it. It's just the way the plays run. Obviously, you're going to keep the starters in. It's a game, and I don't play with injuries because, what's the sense? But when I redid the ratings for new seasons, I actually went with personal ratings per player. So, makes it a little fun. I also made it where you can't just constantly feed one person the ball. Like Gronkowski for the Patriots, unless you're behind in the fourth quarter, and then you can give the ball or throw the ball to whoever you want. But Gronkowski, who is highly rated, 10 in his pass receiving, and that goes off of Brady and the receiver. So his pass receiving routes are all 10s, as most of them are for the Patriots. Brady had an outstanding year in 2017, but he's only allotted 5 receptions. So, and Gronkowski has 5 receptions. We're 21, 20. That's 42, 51, 6th and 17. So that's 68, 89 yards. Gronkowski had in 5 receptions. Amendola had a touchdown, and he had 4 receptions for 21, 27, 41, 54 yards. So, anyhow, that's about it, folks. Thank you for watching. What time is it? 11 o'clock. Boy, did I babble. So, I greatly appreciate it that you take time out to spend it with me. Check out AU Pack Mule, also another wonderful channel. Good friend to all on YouTube. A great supporter of the small-time streamers, and just a wonderful gentleman. So check out everyone. They're all good people in the chat. Health and happiness. And next time, take care. Bye-bye. God bless. And as always, you know what's coming, folks. Peace!